guys for waiting with us. Welcome. Thanks for tapping in again with me, Fred Marecus. Really appreciate y'all being here. How you guys doing?
What up? Hungry? But we all good.
Clearly, you got a whole Chick-fil-A meal over
Just tell them
here.
why we tapped in late, man, because y'all was
Don't say y'all.
trying to, you included, because you was up there trying to grub
Nope.
and
I got a
crumbs all
message
on
that
y'all
said, hey,
face.
man, I'm running behind. That's what I saw.
Hey, what time I get here, though?
45.
Right. Before 7, though, right?
This had
I'm
nothing
just
to
making
do
sure.
with me. I was
We got
here
a
on
great
time.
production team. They just say, look, as long as you at 6:59, you straight. Because they gonna have everything locked down on the back end.
I apologize.
I
So,
just capitalized on the opportunity.
So Marecus said, man, he was gonna grub on camera. He finna chew his tobacco on camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just about to just live it up on camera, man.
I'm just being me on camera.
He gonna be you.
I ain't gonna say me being nobody else.
He's giving us the raw and uncut. He wasn't here last week, so he said, y'all missed this.
Well, do what you do then. We gonna see. We gonna see, man. What we talking about today?
Man, how was y'all's week? Let's start there.
Always good. It's always good when you're above ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My week been very good.
Amen. Good.
It was just good because you above ground.
I mean,
It wasn't nothing special that happened to you, dog, that made it a little extra spectacular.
being above ground.
Oh,
You know what
God.
I'm saying? That's enough for me. That's enough for me.
Same. You good? Your week was good?
Man, my week is always good. Not because I'm above ground, but just because I'm living a great life right now.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's like, man, if I wasn't me, I'll be jealous of me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, we coming with that energy
That's
today.
how I'm feeling, though. I'm being real with it, though.
I can get with
You know
it.
what I'm saying? I mean, that's, you gotta live your best life.
Well, nigga, I'm not you. And Lord knows, nigga, ain't a damn thing I'm jealous about your ass about. 'Cause I can tell you that right now. So, nigga, you probably the only nigga that feel that way.
Hey, well, look, that's all that matters. Hey,
Oh,
but you know what? I want to give a special shout out before we even start, right? Mm-hmm. Because my inbox been popping a little bit, man.
Your
Like,
inbox.
My inbox, man, real stuff, man. I got to give a shout out to Coach Tony, aka Coach Grumpy. Because I've been getting a lot of compliments on how my beard be glistening.
Oh.
I'm serious, man. People been in my inbox, man. They been saying like, damn, man, like, what you using on your beard and stuff, right? So just recently, your husband is one of them too.
Oh,
So
okay.
he was asking me about my beard and stuff. So I thought that was kind of weird that he
What?
inboxed me to ask me about my beard when he could have just called me. But
Mills got a beard, man.
He do.
Yeah,
Not like that.
he ain't got no beard.
If he ain't got no beard, I don't know why he asking Fred about his. You know what I'm saying?
No, he got a beard, but
I
it ain't
laced
like
him
that.
up though. So when I told him, Deuces Wild, that's a product that I use now. You know what I'm
Deuces
saying,
Wild.
man? Y'all,
Is this like free advertisement?
y'all see it? Yeah, y'all see how it's
I see all them
glistening.
grays, and that's what I see.
Hey, next week you won't see him. That M60 gonna be kicking in next week. All right, you know what I'm saying? But for this week, I just want to give Coach Tony his props because, man, he got my beard nice and moisturized. I will let you touch it, but I don't want meal
No,
strip
hell
and
no,
stuff.
I don't
you know
wanna
what I'm
touch your
saying?
goddamn
It's
beard.
just super soft, moisturized, feel real good or whatever and stuff.
It's the
And-
light. Stop.
And look, and then I got to give a shout out to Danny the barber because he keep me fresh. He come line my beard up for me and stuff, man. I got a little celebrity status now. You know what I'm saying? So every day I come on here, I got to come on here fresh.
Mill said he ain't ask you about that crap.
Yeah, man. Okay, look, Mills. Hey, bro, don't make me pull up the receipts on you, man. I don't want to do that to you, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, So basically,
Shout out to your barber.
Shout out to the people that keep
To the
me
people
looking
that
good.
keep you looking good.
They keep me looking good, man.
I'm gonna give a shout out to myself to keep myself looking good. Look, I
Same.
come in here today
Same.
with a Carhartt shirt on, some jeans. Man, I look like a straight redneck, but I'm still fresh.
You
know what I'm
still
saying?
fresh?
I'm still fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
Because I'm me.
and you look like a black neck.
That's all good. Hey, you know what? I am.
You a
I'm
black
from the country. I am. I'll take that one.
I
I kind of like that. I kind of like that.
I mean, as long as y'all are feeling good.
Now look, I'm not finished with my inbox though.
Oh, got you. Your inbox. Okay.
Was on
Go
the
ahead.
cool, I was meaning to talk to Mills about this, but I didn't get a chance because I got people in my inbox about you.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I said, no, man, she married, man. You got to stay out her inbox, stay out my inbox about you. That's like my little sister and stuff, man.
I
And plus, you know,
appreciate that.
Mills don't play that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting you know, don't try to get no big head now, because Mills done already gave me the go ahead if I need to, you know, tighten
let
you
him
up,
know?
tighten you up
Tighten
on the
me up?
podcast. You know, 'cause
Okay.
I think we had somebody last week or a couple of weeks ago, man, trying to get at you on live. We don't do that. We let. I don't know. We was up
I
here
missed those
talking.
comments. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying though. So look, man, don't be trying to hit up Miss Tori, you know, on no fly stuff, man. Miss Tori is spoken for.
Yes.
All right.
Very
So
much
I
spoken
just got to
for.
make sure that y'all understand that.
Thank you, Fred. I appreciate that.
All right, Mills. Hey, Mills. I want my $50 after the
I
show.
was just gonna say that. I know that what happened. I know that's what happened.
Anybody else in your inbox that we need to know about?
I had a couple of people in my inbox about Marecus. They were trying to figure out where his ass was last week.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
You know,
You were asked about a lot.
Because, you know, they
Why?
Because on the cool, because what did I tell y'all Marecus was at last week?
He was out of town.
He was in Mexico getting that BDL,
Yeah.
right? And
Yo.
then so I had a couple of people in my inbox ask me, was he one of the guys who got kidnapped?
Yeah, so did you hear about that?
I saw a
While you
little
was
bit
down
of it.
there.
Man, what? Two of them ended up
don't leave
dying. They ended up dying. 2 of them made it out. And all 4 of them were black. All 4 of them were black, and just so happened, wrong place, wrong time. I guess the Mexican cartel thought that they were part of this drug thing, that they had money. They came and attacked them because they thought that they were supposed to be giving them money. Ended up killing 2 of them and kidnapping the other 2. So y'all just be careful when y'all
Shit, I ain't
go
going to
travel.
Mexico. I ain't worried about it.
Well, I mean, okay, so because we're talking about that, right? You know, we nowadays, and this is on the more, you know, I've been joking around and stuff, but this is more on a serious note. You know, whether we like it or not, BBLs that's a part of the culture.
That's why she went. That's why they went.
Allegedly,
Hold on.
allegedly.
So, you saying so the dudes took some girls down? That's what you saying? Like they went down there with their
No,
ladies?
it was a girl who had scheduled to have a BBL done. She brought her friends with her. So, you know.
It was allegedly 3 guys and 1 female.
And 1 female.
Right, so they went down there so the female can have a BBL done. That's what they're saying. You know, there's other folks. I watched one of Sam Stevenson's comments. He said there's more to the story than adding up. So, you know, I don't know if there's some conspiracy theories behind it or whatnot. But anyway.
But what part would be conspiracy?
I mean, I don't know. He was saying, like, look at their Instagrams and stuff like that or whatever. They think it was some foul play involved on their end, possibly, allegedly, right? So, but anyway, the whole thing is this. You know, we live in a society nowadays where BBLs are a part of our culture.
Yeah.
Right? You know,
said you
the
were getting
quest for perfection.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So how do you feel about that as a beautiful black woman? You know, do you feel like that you need to do anything outside of what God has given you to be attractive or more beautiful than what you already are?
So for me personally, I thank God for me, just all features of me. I thank Him for that. But there are times where I'm like, oh, well, I wish I had this and not that. Like I wear.
Specific.
Okay, so I wear glasses, contacts. Well, but for a whole 18 years of my life, I had to wear glasses, and so I'm like, dang, I wish I had great sight, or dang, I wish I wasn't so tall. I don't know, just certain things. And so there are times where I'm just like, okay, I want to get something done, but I'm not finna go over to Mexico and spend all that money to do that. Why?
That was dry.
I'm serious.
You talking about you wish you had some good vision.
Yes. Yes.
You can go get
look, let me tell you, I
LASIK
can,
for
but
that.
you got to spend money to do
I
it.
thought you was going to say something
One
like,
man just said something about what God given, I'm tripping on Fred.
Exactly,
So
no.
hold on. So let me tell you what Fred, why I got to be the L. He talking about like what God gave you, but he just giving shout out to what Tony gave him, some damn beard
that's some
product
beard
that
moisturizer.
moisturized his damn
So I
face.
can't-
So God didn't make you, Tony made you.
Exactly.
Tony made
So
you.
I appreciate
That's
everything
who
that
made
God has
you,
given
nigga.
me.
Tony.
You better appreciate that. Stop
Look,
turning your your hair black
Listen.
and keep it gray.
What I'm saying is this.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you was gonna say something like,
What, like a bigger butt or a bigger boob?
Well, that's what most people are getting BBLs for.
I get that, but I definitely don't.
In Marecus' case, BDLs. That's what they getting that for. For more enhancement.
Okay.
Like nobody ain't gonna be able to tell whether you got 20/20 vision or not.
Let me tell you something. When I see some of these girls that go over and get it done, like there's this one, and not only for these girls that are getting this stuff done and something pops. Like some of these girls got their boobs, their breast implants that are popping, or their butt implants that are popping, and it is nasty. That looks nasty.
It's a young generation, man.
It's not worth it to me. It's not.
Well, okay. So I think for initially I was gonna say like for the younger generation of females, they feel this societal pressure to have the perfect figure or whatnot. But it's crazy.
That's not just a younger generation.
Right, it's not. Everybody. It's not, because what I've realized, and I don't know what the hell I be doing on social media, because my algorithm is just completely destroyed with nothing but booty videos and all the girls
and the big old
now,
booties.
Look, on the cool.
And does that look good to you?
Look, Marecus probably gonna get in trouble for this. What? I can't get in trouble for this.
Okay.
But me and Marecus be sharing little videos, man, of these little fine TikTok models.
Man,
and
I ain't sharing not one video with these. So ain't no snitching coming on here
like
trying to say that.
Red stitching.
Ain't no snitching.
Hey,
I ain't sharing no video with him. You can go through it.
The algorithm is toe up, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But what I've noticed is there's a concentration of older women. That a lady like 60 years old, man, who had like a tummy tuck, a BDL, all this other stuff, and she was bragging about how sexy she is at 60 years old. So when you go through and you look at the comments are like just dragging this lady. Like, oh, anybody can look like that with the surgery. Anybody can look like that if you spend the money. Right? So, I don't know, man. It's just kind of like, back in the days, people wanted, used to kind of laugh at knockoff stuff, right? You got a purse that's fake. If people found out it was fake, they would talk about you.
Yeah.
So what happens when you have the fake body? Now, one of my coaches, I ain't gonna throw him under the bus. He know who he is. He's like, hey, I like all that. So once again, like I'm not condemning it nor condoning it.
Some people you can't really tell.
So if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. The only thing that I'm gonna tell folks is be careful when you do it, man.
Be careful.
You know what I'm saying? If you gotta risk your goddamn life, you know what I'm saying, to get a bigger ass or some bigger titties, man, it's probably not worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, ain't no probably it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that kind of stuff costs, but like I said, people are going down to Mexico because they're saying it's that much cheaper.
If it was $1, you still shouldn't do it, man.
How much you pay for your BDL, dog?
You just be who you are, man. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't hearing that shit you talking about, man.
How much you pay for that, man?
Enough. Enough. I went and got it big enough to make sure, I handle all your women then. How about that, nigga?
Hey, man, look, hey.
Anyway, man, I ain't come on here talking about no BDL and shit, man. Come on, man, let's get into it, man. I ain't trying to talk about this shit. That shit's stupid.
Okay, well, as long as you made it back okay, you in one piece.
Man, I've been at home. I ain't been nowhere. Last week I was sitting at home watching y'all, man. That's where I was at.
He was in recovery, but it's all good, man.
Oh, my God.
He back going on good now, man.
Okay, well, let's get into it. We got, some people that tapped in. Welcome to everybody who's here. So, yesterday was Women's Day.
International Women's Day.
International Women's Day.
What is the International Woman? So, is that just for women across the world? Or, is it, specifically, for an international woman?
No, that's for every woman across the world. I
just want to make sure.
Yes.
So what did you do to celebrate?
I worked.
Did Mills get you something?
No.
Nothing?
Was he supposed to?
It's International
Did
Women's
you
Day.
get...
You're an international woman, right?
I am. Did you get...
Did I get what? I ain't even know it was no Woman's Day. I ain't even heard nothing about none of that.
Yes.
Man, I ain't know.
Did you get a woman anything?
I'm single.
That doesn't... That don't mean nothing.
Them the one that trick the most, the single one.
Okay, so with that being said, knowing that it was International Women's Day, and we are a sports show, so what athletic woman would you say? I don't want to say necessarily made an impact, but do you guys like kind of stuck out to you? Athletic woman stuck out to you guys?
It depends. Like I said,
Any sport, anything.
That's what I'm saying. It depends. I mean, you can't never go against Venus. I mean, she stick out to everybody. But then you got FloJo, you know what I'm saying, the way she, you know what I'm saying, was doing her thing. Lisa Leslie, you got...
I'm going to go on a limb and say Brittany Griner.
Okay.
Oh, well, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Ain't she dating Kevin Durant now?
No. No.
I can't... She looks
Right,
more of a man than...
Okay, so
Kevin Durant does.
Serena Williams, right? Serena is the more popular sister, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Serena,
yeah,
right?
That's
All
what I meant to say.
So,
yeah.
Like all bullshit to the sides, when I think of female excellence, that's who I think of, especially when it comes to sports. I know there's a lot of debate on who's like to go to football and who's to go to basketball or whatnot.
Yeah.
But there's absolutely no debate when it comes to the just GOAT of women's sports. And I'm talking about whether it be football, whether it be basketball, volleyball, tennis, golf, whatever. Serena Williams is the epitome of excellence in sports when it comes to female. So I would definitely give a huge shout out to Serena Williams. Plus, she, I know she ain't got no goddamn BBLs. She right.
I'm trying to think, man. Yeah, ain't nobody really close to her on it. Like I said, it's a lot of them. There's a lot of good, female athletes, that have made a huge impact on, the sport that they pretty much participate in. Like, you got to look at what Dawn Staley doing now, still in basketball. How she over there with South Carolina, man, the way she got them girls playing ball, So she wanted to stand out real good, but.
We forgot about Simone Biles.
I was just about to say her.
Biles.
Simone
Biles.
Yeah, she was everything.
Yeah.
Man,
she's still kind of young.
Man, shout out to Quisha, man, because Quisha always supporting us, man.
No doubt.
And I got to say something about that. Look, for all you guys in that Houston group that's bullying our little sister, man, hey.
Yeah, y'all need to cut that out.
You need to cut that shit out, man.
You need to cut that out.
Y'all gonna have to see me on that one for real, man. Y'all better leave my little sister alone, dog. Keep her name out y'all mouth.
Quisha ain't did nothing but show love, man.
Good people, man.
Just the day I met her, you know what I'm saying? Always asking about my son. Man,
Right.
she done sent my son stuff for his birthday, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
big
just out of
heart.
nowhere, man, something come in the mail. She done sent it to Dakota for his birthday.
Right.
So, man, there's no reason for anybody to have anything bad to say about that woman, man.
What happened?
It's gonna be an issue. That's some internal stuff, She done disclosed with us or whatnot, man. You trying to put your business out there, little sis, but I'm telling you, if it persists, I'm gonna have to take a trip down the highway, man, and give a few of them busters a knuckle sandwich.
Oh, hell.
Go old school, Fred Sanford.
They know who they are.
Yeah.
They know who they are.
Okay.
So yeah, all right. What else we got, man?
I had somebody, and I appreciate, all the feedback that I get, but I did have Miss Stacy. She sent in something that she wanted us to talk about.
Okay.
She said that she wants to hear our comment or our opinion on kids playing the same positions season after season, specifically kids 10U and under. And do youth coaches really look at child's potential or base everything off of their size? So how do we go
Miss
about?
Stacey, you getting too
comes.
real on this one.
Yeah, she comes with the realness here.
You getting too real on this one. I don't know if these youth coaches really want us to expose the realness to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you already know I'll go first on it. So his name, she's saying is what she say at first about playing the same positions year to year?
Year after year, yeah. What makes these kids stay in the same positions that these coaches keep them in?
Okay, well that was hard to answer, you know what I'm saying, at least for me, because, sometimes you have parents come out there that say my kid only plays this position. Or as a coach, sometimes you may see a kid and say, okay, this kid is going to be, in your opinion, this kid is going to be a good receiver or a good,
Right.
what's his name? So you kind of tend to keep them in that spot to try to keep them growing in it. But see, me personally, man, what the approach that I kind of started to take since I've been coaching little ones now, last couple of years I coached flag. Man, what I started doing was just rotating them all in different skill positions. You see what I mean? Start them off young because you don't know. Like I said, man, even at 12 years old, you don't know what you're going to be when you move on to the next level. So I try to rotate them all. But, man, the bottom line, the reason why coaches do what they do, man, they're trying to win. That's what it is, man.
Right.
It's a very select few that's really out here trying to develop.
Yeah.
But you can tell the ones that's trying to develop, you know why? Because they probably losing. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of teams, and I'm definitely not speaking on the Outlaws. I feel like y'all, I've been there, so I know the coaching over there, so I'm not speaking on them. I've been there, so I know, the way we coach kids up over there. But most organizations, I say most, that dominate and winning, that's what they do. They find the better kids at these certain positions, so they keep them at that position, because that's what help them win. Coaches that's losing, man, I think they're honestly trying to develop. You see what I mean? So they move kids around. They try different things here and there. They're trying to develop them in different spots. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll put it like this. Most coaches that win, and this may not even be on her question, but I just got to say it. Most coaches that win, and like I said, I'm definitely not speaking about the Outlaw. I'm talking about, like, other things that I've seen. Most coaches that win, man, they're probably not even good coaches. You know what I'm saying? They just have the most talent.
Right.
And most coaches that lose, man, a lot of them be really good coaches, man. They be real good coaches because they trying to develop the kids and move them around, do different things with them. So, I mean, I don't know if I answered that woman question. I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you agree with that?
Hell no.
I don't either.
I don't agree with that, man. Maurice said he was about to keep shit real on there.
I am keeping it real.
Hey, man, Maurice on there being politically
No,
correct.
I'm not.
First
I'm keeping
and
it 100.
foremost, shout out to Miss Stacy because she's an avid supporter of Tap In.
She
right?
is, yep.
So we always got to shout out those that support us and that want to hear our takes on some of the issues that they feel are important, right?
Yeah.
Miss Stacy, that is a real question, right? So my answer is simple as this. When it comes to these kids playing the same positions, we do live in a day and age to where parents want their kids to specialize in a position. Mm-hmm. Do I think that's beneficial to the kid if they're, what she said, under 10 years of age, right?
Under 10.
If they're under 10, it's not beneficial at all.
No.
If you have a kid that plays, let's say, quarterback, and that's the only position he plays, you're setting that kid up for failure.
Absolutely.
You have no idea of the position this kid is going to play, once he gets to middle school, high school, or if he's fortunate enough to play college football or whatnot. You have no idea.
That depends. But you're right. I agree with what you say.
Right.
But at the same time, in some cases, man, it do work out for them because you got parents that put a lot of money into getting the training. Sometimes the kid actually want that, so the parent want that.
So what I'm gonna tell you is this: I'm gonna say in very few instances does that work, and I'm gonna tell you why. Once again, you got parents right now grooming their kids to be the next great quarterback. Yeah. Right? It's 6 years of age, 7 years of age, 8 years of age, right? What happens when that kid don't hit the growth spurt? What happens when that kid says, you know what, hey, man, you know what, I'm not cut out mentally for this position? Does that kid just, hang the cleats up and say, hey, man, I'm done, I couldn't cut it?
That's what we've been seeing.
Or is he able to transition to another position? Well, if they've never played another position, their mentality is, man, I'm a failure if I can't play this position. Mm-hmm. So typically what I tell my parents, especially with the young kids, make your kid versatile, all right? Every quarterback at some point in time, between the ages of 6 and 10, is going to have to know how to run the ball. Why? Because their arms aren't strong enough to throw the ball 15, 20 times a game. So why not let them play a little bit of running back to get used to maneuvering around the field and reading blocks and things of that nature? It's going to make him a better quarterback if he knows how to run the ball. He's throwing the ball to a receiver, right? Why not let him play a little bit of receiver so he understands what the receiver's job is?
At 6, you don't even need receivers, to be honest with you.
You really don't. You know what I'm
6,
saying?
7,
but
8,
nowadays, these youth coaches want to win off style points. So they want to throw the ball and they want to do all this great stuff to make it seem like, they're, super great coaches or whatnot. But let's just say if they are on a team, let's say an 8U team or a 10U team, because I've seen 10-year-old quarterbacks that can slang the rock,
yeah,
right?
10-year-olds can slang it. It get different there.
What does it hurt to have that same quarterback go out there and get a couple of snaps at receiver? Because most teams are going to have more than one quarterback, right?
Yeah, it don't hurt at all.
So when you bring in a second-string quarterback or the third-string quarterback or whatever, instead of that kid just wasting valuable time on the bench, why not let him get out there and try a couple other positions? If nothing more, it gives him a healthy respect for what his teammates are doing for him. Because I've never seen a great quarterback who don't have receivers that they're going to go out there and help him be great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've never seen a great running back who was great without having some guys up front block for him. So Legacy said Barry Sanders, right? So to answer Miss Stacy's question, if you're 10 years of age or younger, and you've already decided that your kid can only play one position, you're setting your kid up for failure.
Yeah.
You set them up for failure, man. I've seen little pudgy kids, on the line from 6 to 10. They turn 11. These guys hit a growth spurt. All that fat turns into muscle. These guys are receivers now. I had dozens of them.
Jameer Dudley, I can tell you right now, he played on the line for you. He ended up being one of the best safeties in the city.
In the city, right? But these are also kids that embrace being able to play multiple positions. You can go back. I'm going to use Jalon Williams, right? Most folks who've been around youth football know who Jalon Williams is, man. To me, arguably one of the greatest athletes to come out of San Antonio. He was a quarterback, but he also played on the line when he had to. Offensive line. He lined up at running back. You can put this guy on defense. He played linebacker. You can put him in nose guard.
DJ.
You can look at DJ. DJ Allen, same thing, quarterback, tight end, running back, D-line, linebacker, outside. You can put these kids anywhere, and they were going to produce.
But see, that ain't even really on the parent or the coach. A lot of time, man, that's a kid mentality. Yeah. That's willing to do that. But you do have some kids now I guess it is on the parents that come from, when their parents telling them, well, no, you don't do this, and they try to do this with you. Because, man, at the same time, you had some of those kids you talking about right now, some of the kids that I had at that time, I could have used at multiple positions.
Right.
But I always used to catch hell from their parent. How come my son there? How come he ain't doing this? How come he ain't doing that? And then, what happened when I put that kid there, he wouldn't give the effort.
Right.
You see what I mean? He wouldn't give the effort unless he was getting what he wanted at the time. And that's, that's the difference in what y'all had and what we had at that time. Right. You see what I mean? And a lot of that was coming from the parent.
It's just different now. These parents are, like you said, they're spending money. They're treating their kids as investments. So if I'm going out and I'm spending the money on the training for my son to be I'm gonna keep using quarterback, right?
That's what everybody want to be.
That's what everybody want to be nowadays. So if I'm spending my money on a quarterback coach, I'm sending them to training where I'm paying $50 a session. If I'm putting them in all these camps that are costing $200 or $300 every time he goes to a camp, hell no, my son ain't gonna play running back. You're not gonna line him up a receiver. You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality of the parents. Right. Well, as a coach,
they're kind of entitled to that too, though. They make the decision on what they do with their kid.
So this is my philosophy. Anybody knows that has come through the Outlaw program, what I tell folks is this: it's plain and simple. Parents make the decisions what's best for their kids. Mm-hmm. I make the decision best for the team and the organization.
Yeah.
Our visions ain't always the same. Mm-hmm. If you don't agree with the vision of the team, then it's probably not the team for you. Yeah. Right? There's no hard feelings. My take on youth football is very simple. When you start playing youth football, you learn how to play a team game. You're selfless, right? You get out there, you do whatever it takes to help that team be successful. So if you're playing, if you normally play running back, but you got to play tight end, you're going to play tight end. Now, once you get to high school, it's time to be selfish, right? Because now you're playing for something more than just the team. You're actually playing for yourself, right?
I tell them kids all the time.
You know, you actually plan for something more than just a team because most of these kids want to go to college.
Yeah.
And if we're real about it, a lot of these kids only way to college just through that athletic scholarship. Right. So you can't say, hey, coach, you know, I want the team to win so bad that, you know, I'm a receiver, but I'm going to go play on the line. Well, you're not going to get a scholarship in college playing on the line. Mm-hmm. You know, so you got to be somewhat selfish, right? But to me, there's no room for selfishness in little league sports. You know, you learn how to be a team player. You learn the game.
That's full of it. That's what it's all about in youth sports, not selfishness.
Right.
The thing is this, man, like youth football, youth basketball, youth anything, man. Look, that's the time where you develop the mental part of the game. Basically, I think that's basically what you're saying. You developing the mental part of it. Being able to do multiple things, being able to learn how to play with a team, being able to, you know what I'm saying, learn how to fight through adversity, things like that. You know, so playing certain positions don't matter. Like, it matter to us. You know what I'm saying? It matter to parents. It do. It matter to parents. But, you know, at the same time, if you really want to use football for what it really is, youth football at least, man, like Fred said, you got to take the selfishness out of it. And
Sam made a good point. He said with the influence of social media and coaches and programs following kids, aren't the kids playing for self now?
Yes.
Hey, Sam, quit speaking facts, bro.
Yes.
Quit speaking facts, man. Like, that's not what these people want to hear.
Yes.
They don't want to hear the facts, Sam. You know, these kids are selfish as hell now. You know, and that's what it is, man. You know, so when you coach these kids, you know, you're no longer just dealing with the parent. You got kids, like you mentioned earlier, that if you put them in a different position, they're not going to perform. They will let the entire team down just to prove to you, hey, man, I'm not going to play that. And it's not that I can't do it, I won't do it. Because I've been groomed to be the next hot thing at this particular position. You know what I'm saying? And once again, Stacey, great topic of conversation because these are things that need to be discussed in youth sports. And not many people will have these conversations. Why? Because they want to win. They don't want to run you off, but they won't be real with you. They won't have the honest discussion with you. You know they're gonna have an honest discussion with you in the middle of the game.
You gotta put.
It's too late when they can't go nowhere else. They've already registered with you, and you say, hey, man, what team you gonna go to now? You are gonna have to stick it out.
Mm-hmm. You gotta put the blame on everybody. Us, man, and I'm not saying us people, I'm talking about the community. Because, man, I don't remember when I was little playing youth for sports that they had rankings for youth football players. This player ranked number 3 in the nation and number 2 in the nation and they're 8 years old. You see what I'm saying? So, like, that right there alone caused a lot of parents, you know what I'm saying, to start, you know, well, shit, we got to get you ranked. You know what I'm saying? We got to do this to get you ranked. And so the only way, you know what I'm saying, we going to do that, you got to get trained in quarterback. You got to get trained in this, trained in that. And look, man, I'm going to tell you right now, I work with my son. I work with him all the time. But I do it as far as not training for a certain position.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We go out there, we work on quarterback stuff. Man, he want to be a receiver. I work on him catching the football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know at times, like you said, I work with him on running the ball. And right now, he playing tackle this year. I got to work with him on tackling. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I can't say that I work with my kid on specific positions, but I do work with them. So the thing is like, man, a lot of parents don't know that though. So you can't really fault them for it. A lot of parents, man, put their money in their kid because my kids say, just say for instance, your kid say, I want to play running back. And then you see him and like he can do it a little bit. Yeah, you're going to put everything you can in to help your kid have success. You see what I'm saying?
Because as a parent, let's just say I didn't have Mills to, you know, be that voice for football. I don't know anything about football. So I go in and Christian comes and says, Mommy, I see this guy on TV. I want to be just like him. Okay, let's go find a youth. I come to the Outlaws and like, yo, Fred, my son wants to play this position just like this guy. Make it happen. I'm giving you my money. Make it happen. And I feel like that's how most parents who don't know anything about the sport or about how it works, that's how they come and that's what they expect. And so, and then it's the parents' job to speak that life and, you know, encouragement into the kids.
Right.
So it's almost like as soon as the parents come to y'all, you're not just coaching the kids.
Right.
You got to coach the parents too. You got to really do some work with the parents.
The parents are not coachable. They're not coachable. You know what I mean? Parents
Yeah,
are not
and
coaches.
that sucks because reflects in the kids. It reflects in the kids.
Well, you know what? Look, and not all. Look, some of these
Yeah, not all
parents,
parents. Not
some
all
of these parents actually are doing what they feel is in the best interest of their kid. You know, so I'm not slamming all parents. You know, because a lot of these parents will, like you said, speak that life into their kids' dreams.
Right.
Hey, man, my son wants to play quarterback. I've found the best quarterback coach. You know, I've got them in extra training. They need to be faster. I put them with a track team to get them a little bit more experience in how to run and things of that nature. That's awesome. The only thing that I'm saying, as someone who's been around youth football for a couple of decades, is don't limit your kid, right? Don't limit your kid. You know, football is it's the ultimate team sport. 11 guys working together for one goal. And every last one of those 11 guys' jobs is important.
So when does it change then? When does that mentality have to change within the kid? At what age?
Well, I'm telling you, to me, it's when you get to high school, right? Because, and the reason why I say that, okay, so I've been on the record for saying this. Once kids leave the outlaw program, man, I just become a supporter, a mentor. You know, I'm no longer a coach. You know, I'm just a mentor, man. If you need some advice, hit me up. We'll talk about it, things of that nature. I don't advocate to coaches on behalf of kids. Hey, man, just do whatever you need to do to outshine the person in front of you.
Right.
Right? So, to me, once you get to high school, it's 100% about the effort that you put forward. Because your mama and your daddy ain't going to have that influence, you know. Well, they shouldn't. You know, some, you know, now maybe if you were like Westlake or, you know.
I don't think Westlake got a Westlake win. I think if you had them
Well,
type
but that's
of
what I'm
you wouldn't
saying,
win.
though. What I'm saying with the influence is, man, like, you know, money rule the world, man. So a lot of these programs where they got big donors and stuff like that, some of these kids may have a little bit more privilege than others. What I'm saying, if you're looking at inner city schools, the average parent don't have an influence on the coach. You know, the only thing that stands out is that kid's ability and their work ethic, their commitment. You know, those are all things that the kid has to bring to the table. So when I say at that particular point in time, it's okay to be somewhat selfish and say, look, hey, coach, I'm the best receiver on the team, man. I'm sorry. I can't go down there and play on the line to help you guys run the ball 30 times a game because that's not going to help me get to the next level.
Yeah.
Truth
You know
be
what I'm
told,
saying?
I think they need to have that mentality at a young age too. And I'm not meaning the selfish part of it as far as not playing certain positions, because they do need to play multiple positions. But they need to have this same mentality. And I tell kids that. I tell the kids, the little ones, I definitely tell the high school kids that, bro, look, if you go out there and play for yourself, if you play for yourself, man, you're going to put 100% effort into it. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to want to go out there and look stupid. You're going to put 100% into it. So go out there and play for yourself. If you play for yourself and all 11 of y'all are doing that means the team going to have success. You see what I'm saying? If you playing for yourself. Now, if you go out there, man, you know what I'm saying, and you don't care what nobody say, and you know, I'm not going to play for me, I'm just going to go out here and do whatever. No, see, it's a difference, man, in being selfish and being, you know what I'm saying, well, a difference is just being selfish and stupid. That's what I'm saying. So,
Right.
Like, man, I'm not going to go out here and play and not just to say I'm playing for, like, I play for the Ducks. So I'm going to go out here and I'm going to give everything I got for Coach Mo. No, don't go out here and give everything for Coach Mo. Go out and give everything for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're the one trying to get better. You know what I mean? Now, I'm going to put everything I got into you, but you need to put everything into you because you're the one that's trying to get better. So play for you. And if all your kids play for themselves, man, you're going to have a successful team.
Well, look, I'm going to say this because I'm going to respectfully disagree with you. And Pastor Marshall, if you're on the show, you're going to be proud of me for saying this, right? Because I'm going to bring some scripture off into this, right? I'm going to bring some scripture off this legacy.
I actually think he had posted a
Yeah,
scripture.
he was on there earlier. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So if he's on there, he's going to be proud because it's going to let him know that I was paying attention when I was in church,
Okay.
right? So
Church,
in the
okay.
Bible, it says, love thy neighbor. Mm-hmm. You don't ever sit up and say love thyself. It says, love thy neighbor. And the reason, this is what my pastor was telling
Yeah,
me.
you taking what I said wrong.
No,
but
I'm going to go somewhere with it. So when it says, if you can love your neighbor come on, man. That's an automatic assumption that you love yourself. You're not gonna love somebody more than you love yourself. You shouldn't, right? So if I'm playing for myself, it should be going without saying that if I'm playing for you and I'm playing for you, obviously I'm playing the hardest for myself. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to doing what's best for the team, you know, at a young age, because I think we just agreed earlier that these kids shouldn't be focused on one position at the age of 6, because we don't know where these kids are going to end up at.
We don't know what they're going to end up looking like.
So with that being said, the whole premise is designed around doing what's best for the team. So if your son who's a quarterback, that's what you're grooming him as, right? Not just to be a quarterback, but that's his primary position. But you also work on with running back, receiver. You're going to work on some tackling and stuff. But let's just say it came a game to where, you know, he was the toughest kid on the team. You need to take him from quarterback to put him at a lead blocker for a less talented kid to maybe get 2 or 3 yards, but you didn't have anybody else that could lead block the way that your son lead blocks. Would you be willing to do that? Or would you tell your son, you know what, son, you're not no lead blocker. You need to be running the ball. So put a guy in front of you who ain't going to block because he doesn't have the ability nor the desire to do it, but we want you to be the guy to get the glory. No, so we're going to put you in the back, and we'd rather you run the ball with no blocking.
No.
Right.
See, that's not what I'm saying. If he's playing quarterback, right, and I got to move him to the line, go play for yourself on the line. Give everything you got. And see, if he playing for himself and giving everything he got on the line too, that's still going to bring success to the team. See, I'm not saying don't love thy neighbor or whatever you're saying. That's not what I'm saying at all.
We can tell you ain't been to church.
You got to love, boy, hey, listen. You don't even want to get into that with me, Fred. I swear you don't want to do that one. I'll destroy you in here if you want to start talking about scriptures and church.
No,
but here's the whole thing. I'll destroy you in here on that. But here's the thing,
I'm going to get my pastor to back me up.
Hey, you better get him because I'm going to destroy you. But here's the thing, man, because that's something I don't play with. Here's the thing.
Sam is trying to say, do it because you love it. That's what he's saying.
Basically, do it for you because you're doing it for you. If you do it for you, you're doing it for your team. You see what I'm saying?
That's what you just said. You just said it in a different way.
Yeah, I'm just saying it in a different way. We're saying the same thing, just different.
Yeah.
Just different way.
So Vanessa had asked, she said, do you think that coaches are being honest with the kids and the parents if the position that they've chosen isn't a good fit for the child?
Wait, now who's choosing the position, the coach or the parent?
Sounds like the position they have. Are the coaches honest with the kids and parents if the position they've chosen isn't a good fit for the child? So if the parents come and say, hey, give Johnny quarterback.
Well,
and
you could be honest, but they ain't going to take it.
Was okay. So
the parent, yeah.
So Vanessa made a great point. And I'm willing to say that the coaches are not being honest, right? Because most coaches just go with the flow to get through the day. So I'm telling all y'all parents right now, when y'all think these coaches really be listening to y'all, a lot of times it's in one ear and out the other, right? We're just trying to we don't want no confrontation. We don't want no conflict. You know, okay, yeah, we got you. Put him in, okay, we got you. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't be paying attention.
And then you just sit around and you wait, and we say, man, you know, that's when the Minute Man concept comes in. They say, what's the Minute Man? When you say, hey, man, in a minute, man, I'm going to put him in. I'm going to do that in a minute, man. Give me a minute, man. I'm going to do it, right? Mm-hmm. The coaches need to be honest with these parents. And they need to be realistic with them. Some of these kids are not fit to play the positions that their parents want them to play. Mm-hmm. It's just the bottom line. You know? Now, I'm going to speak specifically on kids that I have on my team.
Right.
All right? I got a kid. He's the biggest kid on our team. Mm-hmm. Love this kid to death. He's going to be the life of the party. You know, great kid. He wants to run the ball. Mm-hmm. Son, you can't run the ball, brother. That's just the bottom line, man. Because you're not going, unless you are cursed from the age of 10 years of age until the time you're about 18, mm-hmm. You'll never run the ball. You're going to be a big kid. Embrace that great size that you're going to have, because you'll have the opportunity to make more money in football than a running back does.
But what if he, gets on a diet regimen and loses all this weight?
Then everything changes. Like I said, you just don't know. Like I said, man, what you have now, you can have a kid like Freddie said. You can have this big, huge kid come out there and can throw the ball 40 yards down the field. And everybody say he a quarterback. Let him play quarterback. But you know that unless what you just said happened, he's not going to be a quarterback. But you can't put that on youth coaches. That's the point. That's the thing you can't put on youth coaches.
So you're saying that youth coaches today are just going based off of what they see. They're not developing, or they're not going off of what could happen.
Do me a favor. Read the second part of Stacy's question.
Anything could happen.
Got you.
Anything could happen, though, so you can't go off there because we don't know what's going to happen.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Do youth coaches really look at a child's potential?
Yes.
Or base everything off of size?
I look at the potential. I'm going to speak for myself. I look at the child's potential. That's what I do everything on. And I'm telling you, man, I don't care what nobody say. You can say whatever. Man, I try to go based off of their potential. And the truth be told, you know what I mean? You could be dead wrong. Hell, I could be dead wrong. I done been dead wrong about some things.
Right.
Man, this kid going to be a receiver. I got him working at receiver. He go to high school, he end up playing safety.
Yeah.
Man, this kid going to be a badass quarterback. I got him at quarterback working with him. He go to high school, he end up playing linebacker.
Which is why, for one, I know that with our boys, my husband's like, hey, if you have a coach that asks you what position do you play, he'll say, you make sure you tell them wherever you need me, coach. I like playing this position, but wherever you need me. So, I mean.
I was about to wear a shirt on this show that said size ain't shit. And then I said, nah, people may take that the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't going to wear that. Because it was really pertaining.
But I'm the one that got the BDL, though. Yo, he the one got the
maybe that would have went hand in hand.
I'm the one that got it, though. No, now I ain't telling on the ship. He the one that won one.
Bro, I was talking about youth football, right? I'm talking about youth football.
That's why I didn't wear the show. Football.
Instead, I wore my shirt representing my guy Mike Till, whatever and stuff. But anyway, if the bad coaches, the horrible coaches, the coaches that don't need to coach are the ones that look at the size of a kid to determine what his ability is. Okay. We're talking about kids that are 10 years of age and younger. So what you start to realize, if you've been around football long enough, is the biggest kids are the kids that are most afraid of their size. And they'll tell you, I don't want to hurt nobody, coach. I don't want to, because a lot of them are timid. Yeah. They don't know how to carry that big. They don't know how to carry that weight. Mm-hmm. And then you find with a lot of the small kids, boy, them kids got the hearts of lions.
Yeah.
They get out there and they get after it. You know what I'm saying? So once again, a bad coach will look at a kid and say, man, that kid is big. He's going to be this. He's going to be that.
Right.
That kid is small. Let's push him to the side. We got a kid, and I'm going to get this kid his props. All right. What's Jordan King? Jordan King played with us last year. I think he playing with the Ducks this year, right? Smallest kid on the team. Mm-hmm. Heart is huge, man. He goes out there, he works hard. He refuses to be put to the side because of his size. He's a small kid, but his heart is 3 times as big as the biggest kid on the field.
He's automatically become one of my favorites just by looking at his work ethic.
Coach Marecus and I talk about this. Mm-hmm. He says, man, that kid just works his butt off, man. He works 10 times as hard as the next kid out there so that he can prove that his size is not going to be a limitation for him.
Yeah.
Any coach who has this kid will be a fool to look at him and say, you know what? Nah, he ain't going to be able to cut it. Because he's going to outwork the biggest kid out there. So, once again, going back to Stacey's initial question, only the bad coaches use base potential on size. The good coaches have a system put in place to measure each kid based on
potential.
What they bring, what they bring to the table in totality, right? Mm-hmm. Because you may be small in stature but big in heart, right? You may be big in stature and small in heart. You may be big in stature and big in heart. You know what I'm saying? Small in stature, small. There's so many variables that go with it. The easiest thing to do is just do a self-assessment for every kid and put the best kids on the field.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, what would be your advice if you could? Because, you got a whole bunch of coaches on here watching y'all.
Man, it's
what
simple.
advice would you give to these coaches with these kids that say, hey, I want to be quarterback or I want to play running back?
You put the damn kids where they're going to be best for the team. Look, man, I can give an example of another kid that I didn't coach until he turned 12 years old. I watched this kid grow up in the outlaw program. I saw the kid play running back. I seen him play different things. Man, he did a lot of different positions when he was at the Outlaw. So y'all probably didn't know. But I'm pretty sure you knew at this point. When he turned 12 years old, I knew exactly what he was going to be.
Right.
We knew it. He either going to be a tight end or a defensive end. Knew what he was going to be. And man, I called it back then. If that's the only kid I've ever told this to. If you stay on course, man, you're going to the league.
Right.
And that's LJ Bowens. You know what I mean? And LJ went on and he played defensive end. He's going to Oregon now. So, like, I think the point I'm making is LJ didn't always play just defensive end or tight end.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? LJ ran the ball for y'all for a couple of years.
He did.
Did his parent come in saying, hey, LJ needs to play
by the
this?
time I got him, his parent never tripped. I don't know how he was back then.
I mean, they wasn't a problem. That wasn't a problem. But, just going back, okay, so if you ask me, the criteria that I use, man, is simple. I'm going to play the best kids at all times. When it comes to opportunities.
You better fix what you're trying to say. Don't say that. I know what you're trying to say. Rephrase. You said, I'm going to play the best kids at all times. You better rephrase what you're saying because you know how people will take that and run with it.
Well, and they can take it and run with it. What I'm saying is this. Football, okay, I'm going to use a life example or a life reference, right? Because most folks think that opportunities are like, they think they're entitled to an opportunity, right? Not everybody's entitled to an opportunity. Right. You need to work for an opportunity.
There you go.
To get the opportunity. I would love to say, hey, man, I should have the opportunity to date Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Don't y'all agree with that? Nobody agree with that. I should have the opportunity to date Rihanna, right? But if I really,
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think you should.
Well, why not? Everybody deserves an opportunity, dog.
No.
Everybody deserves an opportunity. Hold on.
No.
I don't deserve an opportunity.
No.
Nope.
To date Rihanna.
No.
Okay, so then
not at all.
So then your kid don't deserve an opportunity to play running back or quarterback.
That's different.
Right. So my whole point is
it ain't different. Same thing. So I get the point he making.
So that's my whole point. Everybody's not gonna get an opportunity. And one of the biggest complaints that parents have is, well, my kid was never given an opportunity. Yes, he was. Mm-hmm. He just didn't make the best of it. Or how many opportunities does your child have to get before you realize that it's not in his cards to play that position?
But see, that's the only thing that's confused. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, that's why we really can't answer these questions honestly or accurately of what they're asking. Because, see, I agree. You said, man, you got to work for that opportunity, right? Okay. Well, when these parents come in and say, my kid's just a quarterback, they done took him and trained him and have him train him. My kid's just a running back. They done took him and trained him. So that means he been working for that opportunity. So, man, I need this opportunity. This is what he needed to be because we've been working for that. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of like,
but if that doesn't fit your team, then it doesn't fit your team.
Right, if it don't fit your team. But when I'm talking about opportunity, deserving the opportunity, that's what I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
If it don't fit the team, no, it don't fit the team. Now, I agree with that 100%. Like, I don't care what you played last year. You might not play that this year because every year things change. Teams different. Different kids come in. Different kids leave. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you have to put the players in the best possible position to make the team have success. So, like I said, it's a lot of quarterbacks that got to play running back. It's a lot of running backs that got to play receiver. It's a lot of receivers that got to play DB. That's just the way it happened. It changed from year to year. But that still don't mean that they don't deserve the opportunity because we don't know if they're working for it or not. That's basically what I'm saying.
Well, my thing is this, and Tori, you tell me how you feel about this as a team parent, right? Mm-hmm. Because you're around it, you deal with the parents on a consistent basis.
Right.
Let's say for whatever reason I give your kid the opportunity to play quarterback. Mm-hmm. They stink it up.
Mm-hmm. You gave them an opportunity. Ain't nothing they can say about that now.
They underperform.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What happens the next day at practice when the parent come back and say, give him another opportunity? He's ready to.
Well, no, we see that now they going too far with it. Now that's what I'm saying.
So
you
crazy.
did your job as a coach.
It's crazy that you said that because there was an opportunity. I'm not going to name this coach, but this parent came to this coach and said, "Hey, my kid wants to be in this position. He wants to be a running back." Mm-hmm. Okay, there were already 3 running backs lined up for the team.
Right.
And the coach was like, "Okay, well, if your child can outrun all of my other running backs, then he's got it. Right. He's got it." So they went and they lined all the kids up. Running backs ran. The kid who wanted the opportunity ran. He didn't win. He didn't even come close to being
that's a dumb evaluation. And I hope that wasn't your husband. I feel like that's the dumbest evaluation. You gonna take him and let him race to see who win it? No. That's like dumb.
No, but I'm just saying, like, he did give him somewhat of an opportunity to say, hey, prove that this is what you really want. So you're saying that wasn't.
I mean, the assessment probably wasn't the greatest because you don't have to be the fastest guy to be the best running back. But I get where he's going with it. My thing is this: kids aren't deserving of unlimited opportunities when it comes to youth sports. Mm-mm. You know, I mean, at some point in time, a coach makes a decision, and he stands on that decision.
Right.
So if I'm telling my receivers, hey, man, today I need the 3 guys with the best hands are gonna be my receiving core, right? We're gonna throw each one of you guys 10 passes. The 3 that catch the most balls, man, that's what we're gonna go in as our starting receiving core.
Right.
A kid is number 6, right? He caught and he was number 6 when the evaluation was done. His dad comes and says, hey, man, my son needs another opportunity tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Well, he's not going to get an opportunity tomorrow because the opportunity was today.
Right. And that ultimately takes time from y'all as coaches.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So my whole point is this. Will there be another opportunity? Possibly. But he's not entitled to it. Mm-hmm. You know? He's not entitled to it. Maybe that opportunity the next opportunity comes when one of those top 3 is no longer performing at a level that's satisfactory to my coaching staff. Mm-hmm. But every day as a parent, you come to me bugging me.
Because at that point, that's what it is.
And let's be real about it. God damn it, parents, y'all be bugging the hell out of the coaches. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Don't come bug me about your kid. Mm-hmm. Let your kid naturally do what he's supposed to do in order to take advantage of the opportunity the next time it presents itself. Let it happen naturally. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because one thing that coaches love, and I know Marecus will agree with me on this, is to call a kid when he's not expecting it to get out there and perform and watch that kid rise to the occasion.
No doubt. Yeah.
Boy, we love that. We love that as coaches.
Yep.
Hey, man, such and such went down. Hey, man, get off in there and take care of that. Mm-hmm. And the kid gets off in there. You
kids
like,
be so excited.
Like, damn,
yeah.
I should have had this dude in there the whole time.
What did he just do, though? He just created his own opportunity.
He created his own opportunity. Well, he took advantage of
his own opportunity.
He took advantage of an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And now you know what he's saying? Coach, such and such who went down, hey, now he needs to be the one to fight for the opportunity. Because I took advantage of the opportunity that I was given. Mm-hmm. You know, so we can really have a whole segment on Stacey's comment. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these youth coaches aren't being real with their parents. So I'm going to challenge the parents to be able to decipher when somebody's being real with you and when they being real fake with you. Mm-hmm. Because, there's a difference between being real and being real fake. Oh, I'm real. Yeah, you real fake. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these coaches are real fake. They're going to tell you whatever you want to hear to get your kid in their program.
Right.
Right?
Now, the only thing that I can say on that, man, at the end of the day, like you said, and like you just said, man, it is you do have, it ain't just one kid out there. Most of us have teams with, man, 30 kids on it. So it's hard to give 30 kids more than one opportunity.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that.
Oof, yeah.
But the one thing I do kind of like believe in, and this is just like to just basically save face as coaches, man, if you don't know, you do need to give every kid an opportunity to do certain things. Now, like, okay, I can't say that because that's me. I'm bullshit on that. Okay, if you got a kid, and listen, this is based on size here, and I hope you don't take it the wrong way, but you got a kid that not gonna be a running back based on his size, or he's not gonna play quarterback based on his size. It's really no reason to give him an opportunity to do
we're
that.
not gonna get that opportunity.
It's really no reason, even if the parent comes to you about it. There's really no reason to give him an opportunity. But all the athletic kids, man, you got to get them opportunities.
What if the kid with the big size got quick feet?
Man, put his big foot ass on the line and tell him to go open up a hole for the kid running the rock.
You never
now look,
know.
hold on, look, man, because I just noticed we got my homeboy Guy. He tapped in with us, right? So look, I was looking at Guy's post today, right? Now, I've been knowing Guy since we was kids, right? So I know he was officiating at one point in time. So he has a firsthand knowledge of youth sports. He's a good guy, high character guy, whatever, man, funny as hell or whatever. He made a post today, and the post was, I don't know if Legacy, if you can drop this, if you can drop this, I don't know if Legacy sent it to you, but Guy put on his post that all the drug dealers done turned into Little League football coaches now. I found that to be highly amusing and funny. But it's real, though. Y'all agree with that or not? Y'all gonna be like, nah, we don't agree with that. Y'all don't know where half these jokers work at.
I mean, at this point, it's a volunteer position, so you got everybody coaching at this point.
Drug dealers?
I mean,
is it funny at least though?
Yeah.
Because even if they not drug dealers, they come across as drug dealers, don't they?
That's
jokers showing up in white beaters.
That's part of the image that they want.
That's part of the
image that they want to have because they feel like they make their teams tougher. That make you feel like they're tougher than what they are. But at the same time, you do have a lot of cats I feel like that was in the trap game that's coaching you ball now. I mean, you gotta look at it with all the gambling and shit that go on now with it.
Hey man, like how would you feel if Big Meat showed up to coach your football team?
I'm probably gonna pull my kid off the damn team.
Right.
How would you feel if Kanan Stark showed up?
I'm not putting my kid in that environment because I know them they got somebody coming looking for
you
him.
Never know exactly what that could bring. Well, hey, wait! Shout out to Blaze, y'all.
What up, Blaze?
Big Blaze, Big Blaze.
Shout out
man.
to Blaze. He's been on there.
Hey, you know what? I wish my name was Blaze. Man, that's a cool name, dog. Blaze Davis. That got a ring to it, don't it? But anyway, so going back to the youth football coach stuff, right? Now I ain't gonna lie, this stuff is amusing to me because, like I said, I know Guy was just, he was just being a comedian with that. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is this. A lot of these coaches do look like that stereotype, man. Yeah. So I'm going to go back to when I was a kid, man. The coaches came out there to look like coaches. They had them little tight-ass little bike shorts on. They had a little polo shirt on or whatever and stuff. They looked like coaches. They had a whistle. Mm-hmm. They blowing whistles, legit. Getting you to stop doing what you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, these jokers come out there like real shit. Like these dudes just come straight from the trap. All right, they get out their car, man. Look, I went to. I ain't trying to put you out there now, man. But I went to a Ducks practice last week. Right, I was at the DMF Ducks practice last week, man. I pull up, man. I saw a dude car smoking. I got over there to help him out, man. I thought his car was overheating and stuff. Man, he got out the car. Man, that joke was smoking a pound of weed.
Oh, my God. I thought you meant like from the hood.
I said, my bad, bro. I didn't mean to run up on you. I thought your car was smoking, you.
That right there alone shows me the ultimate hate and the ultimate, concern in the opposition, in the ops. Because Fred know that my people don't do that.
You don't get down like that.
That's not how I do it.
I thought the dude muffler was
Nobody will get out in my organization like that, and that's a promise. I'll even go as far as to say this. Man, I've seen a lot of coaches, you know what I mean? I've been looking and seeing how the way they carry themselves now. And the truth be told, man, you can't tell anybody how to present themselves. Right. You can't make nobody, man. Everybody grown. A lot of folks may not like the way I present myself. Y'all joking me now. See, I can be looking like a black nigga or whatever. But see, I don't care about that. And see, I'm pretty sure they don't care about that neither. Right. You see what I'm saying? Because they them. But one thing I did see, man, I think as youth organization leaders, we need to change, the dress codes back the way coaches used to look. Like what we started to do is allow guys to come out there in T-shirts and the basketball shorts and whatnot and all that, to be comfortable. As long as you know what I'm saying, in the same color scheme and whatnot, you allow them to be comfortable and whatnot, okay. And I thought about doing that, but then I thought, you know what, but if you start giving them that type of comfort, you know what I'm saying, a lot of them may start to take advantage of it. They may come out there in their own T-shirt, man, they got holes in it and sagging and all that. We're not doing that. Man, polo shirt, that's what coaches wear. Coaches, man, professional coaches, most of them got on polo. No, not their. I'm talking about
the games.
Okay. Because you see it now, man. It's cats out there coaching games and the white beaters and slides and stuff. Not saying, you know what I'm saying, that's on them. But I'm saying in my organization, or I think most organizations need to be, set the example, man, for the kids. You see what I mean? Like, we want to look professional. Come out there in your polos.
Right.
Wear your nice shorts, man, and all be, unified in the same, outfit. And that might change the whole perspective that a lot of people think is dope boy. They may not be dope boys. They may just be, you know what I'm saying? Just
slouches, lazy.
Yeah.
So, look, so y'all know I was just playing about the stuff with the DMF ducks or whatever. Look, man, Marecus has always been on point with his dress code. In fact, if I go all the way back to the days of the Colts, he was one of the ones who kind of motivated me to step our game up with how we presented ourselves, man, because it was a sense of pride involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you got every coach that's dressed the same way that you would see in a high school atmosphere or collegiate atmosphere, it just brings more pride to the kids, right?
Yeah.
It's so lax nowadays to where, every coach is going to be in something different, all right? Man, weed is just a part of the culture now. There's some things that have become culturally accepted, in today's times. But that doesn't mean that we have to accept that as organizational leaders, right? If you got to smoke weed, man, just don't do it when you on our time.
Right.
Because believe it or not, whether these kids embrace it or not, I'm old enough to remember Charles Barkley saying what? I am not a role model. And everybody blasted his big ass. Say, yeah, you are. You just a bad role model.
Right.
You don't have to embrace being a role model, but you are one. You just a bad role model. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can learn from a dummy. You know what I'm saying? So you got some of these coaches out there that are just being bad role models. So once again, hey man, you can hit me up in my inbox. You can call me out live if you want to. I'm telling y'all coaches right now, if y'all last are showing up to practice, smelling like a pound of bud, drunk, man, take your ass back home. The kids don't want to see that.
Don't come back.
If you with the Outlaws, I'm telling you, man, I'm going to redirect your ass and say, man, don't come back. That's not what they're out there for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We all have personal lives, right? But don't bring the personal life, if it's negative, to the atmosphere or the environment where the kids are at, where you're trying to do something positive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when I really don't have a problem with these parents speaking their minds, because we have had parents that say, hey, Coach Fred, Coach such and such, you may want to check on him. What's going on with him, man? I don't know, man. Dude just smelled like dude just got out the car with Snoop. All right, hey, let me go over there and check him out. Hey, bruh, yeah, you got to go out yourself out, man. We'll see you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't right.
See, and that needs to fall on the actual owners too.
Look, I'm going to say this, man, and you going to know who I'm talking about. He not a coach. He was a parent. Well, I don't know. I guess he called it. It was one dude. Every time you seen him, he was drunk as a skunk. Drunk as a skunk, dude. I'm talking about, man, just reeked of cheap liquor and beer.
He was a coach?
He was a parent, but he called himself a coach. And it was just like, dude, nobody could take this dude serious. The kids made fun of him, but he was just in such a bad mental state because he was always inebriated. He didn't even realize people made fun of him the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, man, at what point in time do you protect your kids from this person?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I had one parent one time. It was a parent. It's not a coach. Practice over at 8 o'clock, man. We waited until 9 o'clock trying to find the parent.
Oh, see?
The kid is there waiting. We can't leave until they come pick the kid up.
That's
you know where the parent was at?
Drinking.
In the car, passed out, drunk.
No.
You think we can send a kid home
Nope.
with that parent?
Nope. Because police don't come looking for you too.
Right. So I mean, and these are real situations. You know what I'm saying? So although I know God was just trying to make light of a situation, try to put some humor behind it, the fact of the matter is this: a lot of these coaches nowadays are showing up under the influence. I don't want my kid around. I don't want my kid around nobody who hot.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? We don't come to practice to be hot. Shit, whatever you got going on in the streets, man, leave that shit in the streets, man. Don't bring that to the practice field.
Right.
You got 99% of the folks there that are there to see their kids get better.
But if you're doing that stuff in the streets, man, you can't even come to the practice field. You never know when it's going to show up.
Right.
You never know when that's going to show up. You may not bring it. It might just come with you. You see what I'm saying? Look, man, at the end of the day, like you just said, role models. Role models. Role models. Look, man, here's the thing. Like, whether we want to believe it or not, man, me and you just some average dudes out here, man, trying to do it.
I'm a little bit of
I mean, you go ahead and you feel that way. But here's the thing, man. The way, man, we role models. I mean, look at the way
no doubt
things kind of started to change after the little TV show or whatnot. Man, you got grown men saying, hey, man, you inspired me to do this. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, and see, I always take that kind of like, man, sometimes they just be wanting to talk. But then you never know, man. It could be one person that you did inspire. Yep. So my whole thing is like, man, we gotta walk it a certain way when we're around them kids or we're around our organizations. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, we definitely need to change the look. We definitely need to change our look. You know what I'm saying? From what I've been seeing going on in the dress code of some of these youth coaches.
Absolutely.
We need to change the look
to a certain standard. For sure.
If you're a coach, man, you can't come out there in open-toed shoes, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
Hey, they just want to be comfortable, dog.
You can't, man. But how are you comfortable walking through all that grass and hot turf and all that?
Open-toed shoes, ashy ankles. Toenails, man, long as is a ground and stuff, man. Just scrape it, man. That's
just scrape it.
Horrible. Musty.
Yeah, it's just
brown
weird,
and yellow teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. Just no hygiene, man.
You gotta do something, man. You gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do something.
Hey, man. But on another note, man. Man, we bringing Trap Boy Freddy in as the new 8U coach for the Outlaws, man. I don't know if y'all know who Trap Boy Freddy is, but we got us a dope dealing coach now.
Oh.
Trap Boy Freddy.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
He gonna get all the tough kids, dog. All the hood kids.
So he's a recruit for the hood kids.
All the kids with the silver teeth in their mouth. That's who Trap Boy Freddy relate to, dog. You know what I'm saying?
I hope you just making up somebody named Trap Boy Freddy. I'd be mad.
He ain't bringing nobody.
Well, I know he ain't bringing nobody in like that. But what I'm saying is, I hope Trap Boy Freddy don't even exist and Fred calling this man out. That's what I'm saying.
The outlaw bullet hole boys. That's the name of the bullet hole boys, man. You ain't never. Hey man, shit, they got all these other nicknames for these.
Well, I'll make sure I call Ken and tell Ken tonight we not playing the Outlaws. We gonna be in that type of environment, man.
Nah, but you ain't never heard of Trap Boy Freddy, dog, out of Dallas. That's a real rapper, dog. Come on, dog. You really showing your black Nick side right now.
I ain't never heard of him.
I've never heard of him either.
I ain't never heard Trap Boy Freddy.
You ain't, but you not from Texas though. So
me neither.
Trap Boy Freddy, Yellow Beezy.
I heard of Yellow Bees. I heard of him.
Shout out to all the Dallas artists, you know what I'm saying, or whatever.
Heard of Yellow Bees.
But yeah. And we not bringing no Trap Boy Freddy. That was just a joke, man. Because some of these folks won't really take that.
They won't take
it's
that.
It's going to be on the San Antonio Youth Forum page.
And be like, we can't go to the Outlaws.
Well, here's the thing. You done already said it, and you going on record now saying you just joking. But the moment something happen out there at your game, they said you better make it. The first thing they going to say is,
he
had Trap Boy Freddy out here.
They logged off right after you said it.
I'm Trap Boy Freddy. Coach Fred is really Trap Boy Freddy. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah, Trap Boy Freddy out there. I told y'all.
That's Trap Boy Freddie. Yeah.
Your rapper, not a good one though.
Man, whatever.
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 What you got for it?
So,
I know you said that you had something.
All right, so we done put a good portion in on youth football.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really see, you know what, man, I'm disappointed in San Antonio youth forum page, man. Ricky Sanchez, if you're looking, I'm disappointed in you this week, man. Because I thought you was going to give us some good content to talk about. I didn't see no dumbass post this week that I want to just get on to just talk shit about. I didn't see no dumbass post on the forum, man. You know what I'm saying? And normally, you know, I go to that as a content generator because it's just, I love seeing some of the dumbass posts on there. So, man, y'all didn't do y'all job this week, dog. I'm going to have to start going to Houston and Dallas forums, man.
Jump on there tonight. They've been to make sure they put something out there
I'm going to see if I can buy some dust up on there, man. But, okay. So, youth sports related. We want to stay on that topic, or we want to transition to some other stuff, man. Look, if y'all got something y'all want us to talk about, man, throw it on the live, man, because you know I just kind of want to freestyle some of this stuff. I want to know what y'all want to talk about.
I got a question.
What you got?
I don't want to talk about. I got a question. So, it's kind of a question and an opinion all at the same time.
Okay.
This Lamar Jackson situation, man, where everybody's saying he need an agent and this gonna happen this way and he need to have an agent for this and things not gonna work out for him because, you know what I'm saying, he don't know what he's doing to negotiate his own deal because he's never negotiated a deal before.
Right.
So, what's your opinion on that? And I'm gonna give you mine afterwards.
All right. So, here's my take on it. If Lamar Jackson has never in his life negotiated a contract, I do think he needs to have a professional. Right now he has his mom representing him. You know, to what I understand, you know, he's had to come in to start to speak on his own behalf because they're not respecting his mom's voice. So now he's basically representing himself, which is one of the worst things that you can do when it comes to negotiation. Yeah. Right? I'm a real estate broker by trade, so I negotiate for a living. You know, it's always in your best interest to have somebody negotiate on your behalf because it insulates you. Right? If I'm coming to you as the negotiator and I'm negotiating on behalf of myself, I have no protection. All of us have bought cars before, used cars, probably at one point in our life, right? Mm-hmm. And what's the famous phrase they say? Let me go back and talk to my manager real quick. And you think they go back and talk to somebody?
Hell no.
Hell no. Because they already know what they can and what they cannot do. So when you put yourself in the first position, you know, you have no room to bluff. Now, if Lamar Jackson is set on whatever number he has in his head, does he need a negotiator? No. He's going to simply say, look, hey, man, I need $200 million over 3 years, 4 years, whatever his terms are. And I'm set on that. So there's no need for me to negotiate with you. I'm telling you what I'm going to take.
I think that's where they at. Bro.
Anything less than that, bro, you're just wasting your time. But he may be under bad counsel, a bad advice, because right now, Lamar Jackson is losing, in my opinion, because he still ain't got a deal. And I know it's still fresh, you know. I don't even think Fred just has started yet. I don't think that they've been able to match whatever the Ravens have put out there. But in the court of public opinion, right now, his value is dropped because there's not a surplus of teams running out to try to grab him. They're saying there's really not a desire for him.
That's what they're saying. But see, let me tell you what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. Do I think he need representation, man? Do he need an agent? Man, absolutely. You know what I mean? I think so. But this is what I think Lamar's banging on, and this is where I kind of feel. You know, Deshaun Watson and the Browns, they pretty much they set the precedent now for these quarterbacks, man, right. what they looking for. And these league owners then got together like, man, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? The Browns
done collusion involved.
Yeah, we're not doing that. That's what I think they all got together and said, man, we're not doing that. The Browns did that dumb stuff. Man, we're not doing that. But this is what I think is going on. I think this is what Lamar is banking on. Out of all these teams, the Atlantas, the Panthers, all these teams that need quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? And you got Lamar Jackson is pretty much on the market, basically. But they're all saying they have no interest in him. I mean, they have no interest because of that number that he got set, right? And they all came together.
But do we even know what his number is, though?
Well, he's trying to get fully, okay, not the number, the fully guaranteed contract.
Right.
That's what Deshaun got. You see what I'm saying? So that's what he's looking for. Man, I can tell you right now, and I can guarantee it, out of all them league owners that's saying we're not doing that, it's one of them in there. It's one of them, if not all of them. But it's one of them in that whole group. Like, we're going to wait it out. We're going to wait it out. And we're going to give him that fully guaranteed contract. And I think that's what Lamar knows, and I think that's what he's banking on.
What happens if that doesn't happen?
He's going to be a Raven. Or he just won't play.
So, all right. So, Tori, I'm going to use Tori for my example because I like to use relationships to illustrate my points. Tori, you are the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
Your husband is Lamar Jackson. Right? LaQuisha just said, man, the Ravens are showing this guy disrespect. All right? So, on the surface, I would agree with her. Right? Just as a brother, saying, man, get that man his money. I would agree with her. But as a businessman, I don't agree with her. I don't think the Ravens have disrespected Lamar Jackson. I think what they've told him with that is non-exclusive franchise tag, which means they're basically telling Lamar Jackson this. Hey, man, this is, we love you. This is what we see you valued as. If you think that you're valued more, hey, man, go out there and test the waters, man. You know, and if somebody seems to think that you are valued for more than what we value at, man, have at it. So when I say I'm going to use the example with a relationship, you and Brian are together. Y'all been married. Brian said, hey, babe, hey, check this out. You need to start treating me better. All right, I don't like the way you treat me. And you say, baby, I love you. You know what I'm saying? But if you think you can find better, hey, bro, I'm pretty goddamn good myself, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I treat you right, and I'm doing everything that you've asked me to do. But if you think that you can find something better, go test the goddamn waters. But when you go testing waters and you realize don't nobody want your ass the way that I want you, when you come back with a better attitude. Because it's not that we don't want you. You know what I'm saying? Man, it has to be something that's mutually beneficial to both of us. You're telling us right now that you want to be the highest paid quarterback in the league with fully guaranteed money when we know that you have not finished the last 2 seasons. So is that mutually beneficial to us as an organization? Probably not. Because once you get that fully guaranteed money, you may become an Aaron Rodgers. Man, look, I think we all time hit about Aaron Rodgers. Every damn year, Aaron Rodgers say, well, I'm going to retire. You know why? Because he got that fully guaranteed money. So whether he play or not, well, he won't get his money if he retire. You know what I'm saying? But if he was to get hurt, he still get paid. As long as he shows up to practice. I mean, he gets paid. I've done my research. The Browns are the toilet bowl of the NFL. They got to do whatever they can to get players. Nobody wants to go play there. You know what I'm saying? Every quarterback that they've had over the past, 10 years has failed.
You can go as far as that. The last successful quarterback they had was Bernie Kosar.
Right.
And that was back in the 80s.
So they have to do whatever it takes to land those guys, right? Bad decision after bad decision after bad decision when it comes to the Browns. Now, the Ravens, on the other hand, Ozzie Newsome has been portrayed as one of the most intelligent businessmen in football.
Leading Alabama.
Hey, and listen, and he happens to be a brother. So you can't throw the racism shit out there because Ozzie Newsome is black.
No, I don't think it's racism at all.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's a fully guaranteed contract. It's fully
guaranteed.
It ain't even the number. It's the fully guaranteed.
Now, I think Lamar turned down what?
It was a lot.
It was a lot. He turned down, right? So as much as I like Lamar and I pull for Lamar, man, I do realize it's a business. And the way that Lamar plays the football, look, we all got car insurance, right? You know what I'm saying? Man, after you have a few accidents, they consider you to be accident prone. So when you go to renew that auto insurance policy,
Rates won't be.
your rates is
ridiculous.
out the roof. And you like, well, hold on. They say, look, I'm sorry, Mr. Goodlow. Sorry, Miss Tori. You done had a few accidents. So we got to increase your rates. You know what I'm saying? Do we like that? Of course we don't. But they're basing it off of our history. So I think when it comes to this fully guaranteed money, you know, I don't think Lamar's going to get fully guaranteed money from anybody.
I do.
Because of the way he plays the game. Now, I think what will end up happening is they'll structure a deal for him to where he'll get 2 years fully guaranteed, right? And then he'll have the option to renew after 2 years. Nobody's going to invest long-term money in this guy because, let's be honest, the way that he plays football is dangerous.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, man.
It's a necessity, though. I'm telling you, it's going to be a team like Atlanta or somebody's going to come in and do it.
Yeah, there are a lot of, comments, but Sam is saying it's BS. Back in the day, other teams would have offered him just to ensure the Ravens tie up money. Mills, the Ravens, that's his team. So he's saying that owners and agents are making an example of him. If he gets a big deal without an agent, other players are going to feel like they don't need an agent. So that's basically putting an agent out of business.
That makes sense, too.
Owners don't want to give him a full guarantee like Watson. They don't want any players to get a full guarantee contract.
That's it. They don't want to give him full guarantee.
So they're just making
it's
collusion. DeMarcus is saying they're just trying to make an example out of this man.
Let me ask y'all this then. I don't think race has anything. So
not this particular.
So Legacy asked, does
Well, I'm saying because you know how they see black quarterbacks versus white quarterbacks.
Right. So the only reason why I say I don't think race has, I ain't gonna say it doesn't have anything to do with it. I don't think its determining factor is this. Lamar Jackson, the way that he plays football, this guy puts everything on the line every goddamn play. Mm-hmm. Every play. You love him for that.
He's a risk.
But at the same time, it's a risk. Mm-hmm. It's a risk.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Said
so
another RGV
his shelf life may not be 3 or 4 years, man. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm telling Lamar to do is bet on himself, but change the way that he plays the game. You know what I'm saying? The same way that these owners are viewing him is being the risk. So you know what? Hey, man, I'm going to switch my game up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to protect myself more. So instead of taking them hits, slide at the end. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to make that heroic effort, to make a big play, man, be like Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys, they play the game a little bit more intelligently.
They're not going to pay him then because he what he does is what makes him great.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He's not the best thrower. Now, I hate when they say he can't throw because the boy can throw.
Right.
The boy's a quarterback.
Right.
But he's not Patrick Mahomes. He's better than Dak, but he's not, you know what I mean? He's not some of these other guys. So what makes him electric, what made him the NFL MVP a couple of years ago, what makes the Baltimore Ravens offense go is his ability to make plays.
Look.
You know what I mean? So if he changed his game, that's going to change their complete, the whole, whatever they have as a team.
Yeah, he is because of the way he plays. Okay.
But the way that he's playing, he not getting no guaranteed contract.
You think that's wise because of the way he's playing?
Yeah, most definitely. I'm not going to guarantee a guy some money for 4 years if he can go out there and end his career tomorrow.
But if he changes, he's not going to get it either. You see what I'm saying? So he really in a lose-lose situation.
Okay, so that's where I'm getting to. That's kind of where I'm going with it. At some point in time, Lamar has to make a business decision the same way that the Ravens and these other teams are making business decisions, right? So, look, I root for Lamar, man. I pull for Lamar. I want Lamar to go sign a $500 million contract because Lamar is just that guy that seems like if there's anybody who deserves it, it's him. But Lamar also has to protect himself from himself. So if you don't give a damn about yourself, why am I going to give a damn about you? You know what I'm saying? If you're willing to say, look, coach, I'm finna go out there and lay everything on the line, and if I get hurt, I get hurt. You think Patrick Mahomes does that? Does Jalen Hurts do that? Does Josh Allen do that? Okay. Is there any other quarterback in the NFL that puts everything on the line?
But let me play devil's advocate. That's because I feel like with Mahomes, he has a team that backs him up. Does Lamar Jackson have the same?
Okay, let's do this. And I'm glad you just said that. And man, listen to this. That's a great point. because let's say, okay, let's go back to LaQuisha said. That's the disrespectful part. Man, Lamar been there how many years now? How many years he been there? This after this rookie contract, right?
What, like 7?
So this come I think this come this. I don't know.
If you
Well,
tell me
how many years has Lamar been there?
Rookie contract right now, ain't it? This him coming out of his rookie contract now, right?
Oh goddamn.
So
maybe he just
5.
look old as hell. That look
so
5.
so look.
Mills
so
at
listen,
5.
man.
He's been there for 5.
And all the years he'd been there, they haven't gave him one top receiver, but they always talking about this boy's throwing ability. They always doing that. Man, they haven't went out and got nobody. This boy's number one receiver is Andrews, the damn tight end. You see what I mean?
Right.
Man, so Patrick Mahomes in his time, he didn't had Tyreek Hill. Kelsey. I mean, regardless, Juju Smith is still a bigger name than some of, you know what I'm saying, some of these other receivers. Man, them boys he got now, they no slouches. Eli Manning, not Eli Manning. What's the boy name over there now? What's the
Jones?
Jones, whatever his name is, Jones. Well, no, because he didn't have OBJ. That's a bad example, because he didn't really have many top-notch receivers either. But most of these guys, when they talk about, especially like of that particular age group, when you talk about the Justin Herberts, you talk about how great he is. Well, he got Keenan Allen, man. He got old boy out of Clemson, Mike Williams. Man, he got weapons. You see what I mean? Man, Lamar hasn't been on one team where you can say he's had a straight number one receiver on that team.
Right.
Ever. The best he's had is what? The little cat out of Oklahoma, Hollywood. You think about that. That's probably the best he done had is Hollywood.
Look, it's so bad. I don't know what receivers he got. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't name you one receiver on the Ravens team, but that still doesn't negate the fact that he still has to protect himself. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he would if they would give him something.
They give him something, he wouldn't have to do all that.
All I'm telling y'all is this. Once again, I'm a Lamar fan.
Me too.
However, what he's done thus far has not helped him in his negotiation. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, if these motherfuckers is trying to give Aaron Rodgers old ass, Aaron Rodgers got to be the biggest diva. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't even imagine negotiating with this dude. Hey, I just need to go to the mountains and I want to, man, dude, if you going to play or you not, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I don't, Legacy over there saying,
if you want to go for that, though, Fred, what you getting at, that means the Ravens just screwing the boy over there, and that's what you getting at, because you're saying the way his style of play is the reason why he's not getting, which I agree. The reason why teams don't want to gamble on giving him a long-term guaranteed deal.
Right.
But his style of play is a reflection on what he has surrounding him as far as, man, if you play quarterback, you need receivers. You see what I'm saying? If you play quarterback, you can't play quarterback without having receivers.
Okay, so check me out on this one. How many playoff games has Lamar Jackson won?
I don't think any so far. Right? Did he win one?
I'm willing to go on the record and say he's won one playoff game.
Okay, maybe one.
Right?
I don't even remember that one, but okay.
So it may be one. How can you reward that? You know what I'm saying? Even though we're saying, and like I said, once again, I'm a Lamar. Tori looking at me like,
let's see what happened with Justin Herbert before you go into that one.
Like, you don't like Lamar.
Let's see what
I like Lamar. I like Lamar when Lamar was in college, right? You know what I'm saying? He's a great guy. You know, high character. He's always team first, whatever. He don't have receivers, but have you ever heard Lamar come out and say, "Give me some goddamn receivers over here"? He just plays with what he has.
I think that may be the problem. He doesn't have a voice, and so they're taking advantage of that.
So now you're getting where I'm going. Lamar is not helping himself in negotiation,
but that
because
has nothing to do with how he plays.
It has everything to do with how he plays, because he puts himself in jeopardy every time he steps on the field. So when you see how Lamar plays, he leaves everything on the field, right?
Right. As every
so much to the point to where people thought that this guy was faking an injury this year to use that as leverage for negotiation. Did you think Lamar was faking an injury?
No.
Towards the end, I did.
I didn't.
So if you think he's faking an injury, all the other stuff goes out the window, because now you're saying, well, shit ain't about his team. He not about this. So all the positives that you were using to say about Lamar, now the general management is saying he bullshitting us. You got guys in the locker room speaking out against him. You got some supporting him as well, but the locker room is 50-50. If you've ever been in a football locker room, as a quarterback, you need the support of your team to get those contracts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So why aren't his teammates running to his defense? Hey, man, get this guy some help. You know what I'm saying? Because normally your line be the first one to say, look, hey, man, you know, we love this guy. We put our football lives and careers on the line for him. Get him some damn help. So, once again, like I said, I want to see Lamar get the money. When I seen Mac Jones, and even though Mac Jones' contract ain't great, I don't give a damn what nobody say. If you break it down, it's a 2-year contract. You know what I'm saying? You know, Mac Jones is white, so he got this great contract. Well, this contract ain't great. It's not guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? It's incentive-based or whatnot. You know, even with Lamar getting franchised, dude is still looking at between $35 to $40 million in a season. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they just giving Lamar a chump change. You know what I'm saying? But he just wants the long-term deal. Why? Why the guys want that long-term deal? The guarantee.
Guaranteed, yeah.
Because they know that they can get hurt at any time.
Yeah, they're at risk.
You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is this. As much as I want to see Lamar get that money, you know what I'm saying? Lamar also has to start protecting himself. And that starts with getting someone outside of his mama. I love the hell out my mama. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to let my mama go negotiate no $100 million deal for me.
I mean, is that okay? So,
I mean, unless
she do it for a living.
She do it for a living.
So that's what I was gonna ask.
If she
what
don't
is her
do it for a
background
living,
in that? Why
no.
is she just? Is it because he wants to keep everything in house? What's the reason?
You
for
know,
him
probably
to
so. And like I said, I mean, a good agent is worth every penny because they're gonna pay for themselves.
Right. I don't know.
You know, but you know, like I said, I mean, I like Lamar Jackson. I'm rooting for him. To me, I just don't think it's going to go the way that he plans them to go. And I think what's going to end up happening is I don't think there's going to be a huge market for Lamar Jackson because in the NFL right now, you said that the Atlanta Falcons are in need of a quarterback, right? But they've already publicly said they're not interested. Now they could be bluffing in line just because they don't want to increase the demand on him. But if they don't want to increase the demand, what is that telling you? They don't want to pay him. Because if they want to pay him, if somebody really want him, they jump out there and say, look, hey, man, especially why ain't nobody asking for him. Lamar, ain't nobody asking for you. Bro, we want you. We'll give you the $200 million. Guaranteed. Nobody's doing that. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, Lamar is going to have to quit fighting himself and say, you know what, hey, man, give me the 1 year, $50 million deal. But I'm telling you, man, when we come back next year, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to play for that. But when I go and I play for this $50 million or whatever it is that he can sign for, I am going to change how I play the game.
His game.
I'm going to change. Y'all don't want to give me no goddamn receivers? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to play the same way that Mac Jones played. I'm going to throw 15 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't finna go out there and run every other goddamn play trying to make – I'm not going to take 85% of the burden of the offense on my back if y'all ain't willing to pay me. I just take my little $50 million every other year, you know, because every year if he bets on himself, somebody gonna give him some money. Everybody needs a quarterback. Hell, I would love to see his ass go to San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? I know they're not gonna get him, but the guy can still play. It's just once again, even as a fan or as a spectator, I don't know how much life Lamar. He been in the league, y'all said, for 5 years.
Yeah, but I think he's like 25 though, so he's still young.
He's still young.
Man, you look at Lamar look 80.
Yeah, he's like 25.
Like,
So what? Now you need him to change
like
his
25.
image too?
No, that boy stressed the hell out, man. Boy got that old catcher's mitt face.
I be
dog.
stressed out too in this type of situation. Hell.
Well, Lamar, look, we pulling for Lamar, man. We team Lamar over here. Mm-hmm. I just hope that he, at the end of the day, does get the contract that he deserves. He lays it all on the line. He does what we ask of all our kids to do. That's to go out there and lay everything on the line, win, lose, or draw. He's an ultimate team player. He makes sacrifices to not only make himself better, to make everybody around him better. You know, He has been selfless when it comes to the organization. So I do see what LaQuisha would say that the Ravens are disrespecting him. But in business, you know, it's kind of, you got to take the personal stuff out. You know what I'm saying? So my take on it, man.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got, man?
That's it. Blaze really just wanted to.
I know. I saw. Hold on 1 minute, man. Let me find the Blaze. I just saw that. Hold on 1 second.
He had a. He was just saying that he had a live this past weekend.
Hold on, real quick,
What?
man. I had to say, man, is Justin Bennett older than?
He is. They the same age. They the same age. I mean, I'd be older.
Justin
I know they're
Bennett
the same
like
age.
what? 27.
25. They both 25.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So March 11th. This must be an old flyer. No, March 11th. The Hurricanes
For the
versus
Canes.
the Louisiana Bio Hurricanes playing against the South Louisiana Demons at Clark Field in Lafayette, Louisiana at 7:00.
Yes.
So man, everybody go out there and support Blaze and the Canes.
Yeah.
If you're in the Lafayette area.
If not, then just
You can tap in with him on his live.
Yeah, he'll be on there. He'll post. So we got you, Blaze. We saw you this weekend. Good job, y'all. Okay.
All right.
We good?
Man, we good.
All right.
We covered
good?
some good stuff
We
today.
did. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Stacy, so much for.
Yeah, hey, we're going to
Me up.
we're going to get Stacey on our production team,
Yes.
man. She can kind of give us some topics to discuss because y'all was dry today, man. I thought y'all was gonna bring some
You
hot
said-
fire.
You
I told you I had.
I thought y'all was gonna be spending some hot lava
You
today.
said that you was coming with something.
No.
I had no energy.
Mr. J, I did say that I was not bringing no topic of discussion. I wanted to talk about what
you
y'all
said
wanted
you
to talk
wanted to
about.
go off the dome. That's right. Well,
Freestyle,
we
baby.
got it. That was a really good topic. So really appreciate y'all. Just hit us up if you guys want us to talk about something specifically. Text one of us, inbox message, whatever. But we are good. Tap into the YouTube page and follow.
Yeah, we need some more subscribers, man.
Yeah.
So look, if you ain't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we're trying to get to 100. Man, go there right now before we even get off the live, man. Go there, tap in with us, subscribe, like the channel. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get to 100. I think we was at like 79.
No, wait. LaQuisha said you did bring your topic. Your beard and your barber.
Oh, she feeling
That's
my
right.
beard.
That's
Is it
not what
glistening,
she, that is
LaQuisha?
not what she
Hey,
said.
you my little sister though, but I'm saying though, but you can still compliment my beard.
That's not what she
Hey, I know what's making this
said.
thing glisten too.
Huh?
I know what's making it
That's
glisten
all
too.
the juices and berries.
Yeah.
Juices and berries, man.
Okay.
Millie Mills,
Yeah.
hey, look, I'm sending home a can of Deuces Wild beard treatment for you. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get you glistened up, dog.
Just bring it next Thursday so we can all see what it looks like. Megan, yeah, he need to get. I don't know what this guy. William, what'd you say you did tap in and got crickets?
Oh,
William Davis said I did tap in and got crickets.
man, look, hey,
What you
look,
mean?
Will, man, don't get me started on you, dog. I'm gonna tell on you. Will. All right, so yeah, me and you gonna talk offline, dog.
Okay. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for tapping in. Guys, got anything last minute? Nope. We good? All right, y'all. Thank you.
Shout
See
out
you
to
next
Mike
Thursday.
T. Throwed in Bosnia, baby.
Okay. All right. Thank y'all. See y'all next week.